You need to improve your self conversation, the things that you're saying to yourself every day. So today, the topic is always be aware of what you are telling yourself and the things that you are asking yourself every day. Because there's none of us, I don't think there's any of us in the world that are not talking to themselves more than any other person, right? You're talking to yourself 24/7, even when you're sleeping. You're talking to yourself. You're having conversations with yourself, hopefully within your head. That's a joke. But you're having these conversations with yourself. But I want to give you some things to think about that I wrote down many years ago during a podcast that I listened to. And I love to remind people of this at least once or twice a year. So if you might have seen a past video of this, but is is improving your self communication is not with statements, it's with questions, consistent questions that you ask yourself almost on a daily basis to keep yourself in check, to keep yourself on the right path. So I've got like 8 or 9 things here that I've written down I want to give to you that say you should be asking yourself these questions. So one, what have you learned? What have you learned that day? What have you learned that week? What have you done to expand your knowledge? What have you learned? You're all the successful people in the world say they're always learning, they're always asking questions, they're always very inquisitive type people. So what you always ask, what have you learned? Did you learn a new skill? Did you learn a new way to do something? Did you learn a way how to communicate better with people? What did you learn? You should always be a student of life. Number two, what are you no longer going to accept? What are you going to no longer accept of yourself, like maybe something you're doing or not doing, what no longer to accept a situation you're in life, maybe a relationship or your health, your financial situation. When do you hit that point where you go, that's enough of this. I'm not doing that anymore, or I'm going to change my life to improve this or that. Because there's always things we're going to improve that you're going to get to a point when you're trying to improve something or get away from something, you always got to remind yourself, what am I no longer going to accept? You know, that's why we grow. That's where growth happens. What gives you, number three, what gives you life purpose? I hope that all of you are working to a place where you're saying, hey, what gives my life purpose? What's important to me? And you're trying to get more of that. And you're working hard to get that, whatever that is. Number four, how do you know your life is on track or making sure, my life on track? Am I doing the right things physically, business wise, financially, relationship, spiritually? Am my life moving in the right direction? You always got to be giving yourself a grade, right? So, as months goes on, as years go on, am I happier? Am I more financially sound? Am I having better relationships with people? What is it? But you have to make sure your life is on track. And I say you have to grade yourself. Is it what's getting better? Making sure it's not, you're on the wrong track. Because sometimes you're, what I mean on track, on the track you want to be on. So and sometimes in life, when you're on one track that's going well, the other track's going the other way, you always got to be reevaluating, making sure your life's on track with all aspects of what you want. What's important? Well, how is money affect and how important money is to you? What is the importance of money to you? That's it. What's the importance of money to you? You were working for money, right? And what are you going to do with that money? How much money do you need? How important is it? Is it important just for yourself, your family, your security, retirement, vacations? Always kind of saying what you're working, because sometimes when you don't watch not how much money you have, that's important too, but what you're doing with the money and why you're working with the money, you're not, it might keep on going in and going out and going in and going out. That's one thing, not just a budget, but what things what's the importance of money to you? Where are you spending it and what are you doing with it? And making sure you try to reevaluate and stay on track and use it the way you want to be used. Because if you're not watching it or understanding the importance of where you want to use it, it kind of gets thrown in other places when you're not paying attention. How important is your health? Money doesn't buy health. So how important is your health? Some people, health is very important. They do everything they can physically, and their schedules to have a healthy lifestyle as much as possible. But you have to keep on evaluating, keep on asking a question: how important is it? And again, are you on track to where you want to be? I try my best with it. Am I great with it? No, but I know it's always on my mind because I want to live a healthy life. I want to try to live as long as I can and as healthy as I can. But I know there's a lot of uh, God and faith and things that, and hopes, a lot of things you can't control in life, but the things you can control with your health, always be asking yourself that question. 7, define your relationships you want. Keep on defining what kind of relationships you want with which people are important to me, which people are not that important to me, which people that I need to spend more time with, which people do I want to meet and get to know, which people are, been with me and might be that time. There's, friends, family in and out of your life all the time. What relationships you have. We all, if you really sit down and think about it, there's people out there, friends, family, that you wish you spent more time with and had a closer relationship with. And if you really sit down deeper, there's other people in your life that you may love or spend time with. But if you know that the time spent with them is keeping you from building relationships with someone else. So think about that of, just the closest people around you. Who do you have to become to do all of these things, right? So always ask, who do I have to become? Who do I have to become as a successful realtor? Do I have to be a better marketer? Do I have to become a better prospector, a better communicator, a better person, organized person? What do I need to do? Who do I have to become to be better? Who do I have to become to be better relationships with people? Sometimes the exact person you are today needs to shift into a different way of seeing relationships. There's people that you want to spend more time with, that more empathetic and supportive and loving, and there's more people are more analytical and black and white compared to, there's, yeah, every person around you that's close to you in your life, there's different ways and in becoming the person that you want to become. Because if you want to be close with somebody or have a successful relationship with somebody, you got to become not a completely different person, but you might have to act a little bit different, spend a little bit more time with certain people, less time with other people. And what do you got to do? Who do you have to become and what you have to do to have closer relationship with different people? I'm a firm believer in that because you can't be the same with everybody. Everybody's not the same with you. And last is, what are you grateful for? That's the last thing, but it all starts with that. What are you grateful for? Everything good in life starts with you being grateful. You don't have something good in your life without being grateful for it, right? It wouldn't be good. I'm grateful for this. That's something good, right? I'm grateful, even, I guess I'll give it a back. You might be, in a weird way, grateful for something that negative happened in your life that got you to something else. Like, I know there's been times in my life that a negative thing happened and it's helped springboard me to become better in something else because it shocked my system. Oh my God, this is happening right now. Wasn't ready for it. Now I got to work harder or think more about it or spend more time or be more thoughtful of things. I mean, if you think about what I'm saying, I'm sure you hopefully have better, stronger relationships with people. Maybe you're better in your business or more successful today because of something negative that happened that motivated you to get and be grateful. So I've learned to be grateful for some negative things that happened. Obviously, when they were happening, they didn't seem negative, but I'm like, glad that happened because I wouldn't be where I am today without it, if that makes sense. But that's what I want to leave you at. So some things to think about today. So remember, please, if you ever want to discuss this, get a hold of me, get on my calendar, tonytalk.net or talk2tony.net. Talk, the number two, Tony.net. That's the easier one, but the old one still works if you're using that one too. So that's it. Have a great day and hope to talk to many of you very soon. Bye bye.